Let's go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. They know mortgages, and they've known mortgages for over 30 years now. We were just there last weekend, live remote, celebrating the 30th anniversary. But it doesn't matter whether you're FHA, VA, or a conventional loan. They'll do all of that and work with you whether you are refinancing or buying a new house. You can find them in person at 114th and Davenport or online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. Okay, Trenton, a lot of things on the list here today, and we'll start out with something downtown. The City Council this week approved tax increment financing for the 7-story Service Life building at 19th and Farnham. We've talked about this before. It's going to become 6 levels of affordable apartments plus ground level office and retail. And at the same time, at the same meeting, the council approved TIF for the Flatiron District development. This is the one that's directly east of the recently reopened Redfield building, Modus co-working space.
Sure. Now, those are both good repurposes, and the Service Life building, that'll be a good project. On the Flatiron, was it specific projects, or was it kind of a blanket TIF district?
No, it's the project that Clarity Development is doing. It's going to be, if I remember correctly, about 180 apartments, most of them market rate, some of them affordable, 5-story building. And it's actually going to be 2 buildings. There's going to be one building that's going to fill up that odd-shaped lot that is primarily surface parking lot. They're going to keep and incorporate a, about 6-story existing building that's there. Mm-hmm. And then phase 2, they'll tear down an indoor parking building immediately to the south of the Redfield building, and that will be more of the same thing, another 5-story building.
Okay, so for loyal followers of Grow Omaha over the last almost 18 years, we've talked about downtown and getting more density and more residential downtown so we can get a
grocery store,
full-service grocery store, not just a convenience store or a gourmet store, but like a full-service shop a couple times a week, whether it's Hy-Vee or something else that's, what would you say, about 30 to 40,000 square feet maybe at least?
Yeah, that would be nice, but my guess is when downtown does get a full-service grocery store, it might be more of the 20 to 25, really compact.
Which would be on the small side.
Yeah.
Most of these Kroger or, Bakers, Hy-Vees are around 75,000.
So those big suburban Hy-Vees, like say that one at 180th and Pacific, which is probably the newest Hy-Vee in the metro area, I think.
One of them.
That's probably is that even more than 75,000?
It could be, but that's a pretty sizable.
Yeah. So it's gonna be small down there when they finally get one. That Service Life building, though, that's the building that has that Manhattan's Deli that's been around forever. I can remember 20 years ago you and I meeting a client in that space. Oh, yeah. So it'll be nice to see the continued movement towards renovation and infill development in the downtown area going well. That same general area is also where that 7-story juvenile justice center is under construction.
That thing's making progress.
Have you seen it lately? They're putting the skin on the outside of it. Looks nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go a little bit to the north of that City Hall, Douglas County Courthouse area. Creighton University. We've talked quite a bit in the last few months about the C.L. Werner Center for Health Sciences Education. Well, this week, crews started tearing down a small building that was in the way. And great photograph of that tear down, by the way, on the Grow Omaha Facebook that Brad Williams posted if you want to go see that. But that's tangible progress that you're going to see. That's one of the many projects happening on the CU campus.
They're on fire down there. A lot of money coming into Creighton.
It's pretty impressive.
And being well spent.
And speaking of Brad Williams, our photographer, videographer guy here on Grow Omaha, he released his most recent Grow Omaha construction update video. Came out earlier this week, and if you haven't seen it yet, just go to growomaha.com. When you get there on the navigation bar, there's a place where it says shows. Click that, and on the drop-down menu, there will be a place where it says construction update. So you can watch it there, and great aerial footage of the Gene Leahy Mall. He talks about some stuff going on in North Downtown, lots of other projects.
Yeah, every month he posts a construction update, and it's one of our most popular things on our YouTube channel.
Well, 2 lakes have been dedicated in 1 week. It's not very often that you dedicate a lake And it's not very often that you dedicate two lakes really close to one another, both in the Papillion area. One is Big Elk Lake and the other is Portal Lake. Papillion always ranks high on those quality of life ratings and all that. Having two new lakes can't hurt.
Water features. But, these are NRD with a lot of commercial and residential development around them.
Yes, sir. That is right. Well, September 29th, which is just early next week, that's going to be groundbreaking for the Astro, an indoor performance venue and amphitheater. It's part of the new La Vista City Center, which is located along the east side of 84th Street in La Vista. But at any rate, this indoor theater and amphitheater, the indoor part will have capacity for 2,500 people. It'll be a 52,000 square foot indoor theater. Then the outdoor amphitheater right next to it will be overlooking a 34-acre park. It'll have capacity for 5,000 people. Looks like, from what I can tell, it's just going to be grass seating, though. But the theater, the indoor part, will open in January of 2023, so less than a year and a half from now.
And they're talking about a second parking garage, working with the city on that. I drove through that this week to kind of see what's going on. We've got a lot of retail, and it looks like the apartments are filling up, and a lot of ground floor retail and restaurants.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that place, all comes together and what it really ends up looking like. When you go and look at it now, it's pretty impressive, but it's not terribly busy yet, at least the times I've seen it.
It'll take some time, and it's really La Vista has never had a downtown, and this is as close as they're going to get, and it's kind of the de facto downtown.
This will be their downtown.
Modern.
Be their downtown. Well, Great Western Bank, well-known business here in the Omaha area. Great Western Bank's actually headquartered in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. But it was announced this week that First Interstate Bank, based in Billings, Montana, has acquired Great Western Bank. And the deal is expected to close probably early next year. And the banks combined will have assets of more than $32 billion, 300 branches in 14 states. Great Western has about 13 offices here in the metro area. So at some point in time next year, when you drive by that familiar-looking Great Western Bank branch building, it's going to say First Interstate.
Well, congratulations to all the sign companies that are making a fortune on banks being acquired.
No one loves mergers more than sign companies.
Absolutely.
Which reminds me, I won't even go down that route. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the news of the week right now with that. Of course, it's brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.